Welcome to the deep dive. So today, we're doing something a little different.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, our source material, it isn't, a whole stack of articles this time. It's actually just a single, pretty powerful document.
Okay, just one. Intriguing.
Yeah, it's the professional profile of an architect, someone with over 15 years of experience. And our mission, really, for you listening, is to pull out the core insights, what really defines this person's career. Think of it maybe as a shortcut, a fast way to understand what makes a top architect tick in today's tech world.
Yeah, and what's fascinating, I think, is how much you can get from just that one source. It gives this really comprehensive view. It's not only about the tech skills, right? It's also the leadership, the strategy behind it all. We're going to try and, connect the dots.
Yeah.
Between the diverse skills and the actual impact they've had on some big projects.
Okay, so let's unpack this profile then. We're looking at someone clearly dedicated, 15 plus years architecting leading engineers, and they're actively looking an architectural, fast-paced, ambitious company. That says something.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
It shows a drive to keep pushing. And the profile itself, it screams commitment, doesn't it? Commitment to building innovative software. You see the whole SDLC covered web, mobile applications. And the constant theme, the thread running through it, is this deep grasp of complex architectures, how to build them, how to manage them.
Right, and this is where, for me, it gets really interesting, the technical side. What jumps out immediately are these recurring ideas, micro-frontends, microservices. But beyond just, naming them, what makes their approach stand out here? What problems are these actually solving?
That's a really key question because they're not just buzzwords, are they? Micro-frontends, microservices. They're about a fundamental shift, breaking down big monolithic applications into smaller independent bits. It makes everything more agile, more resilient, easier to scale. Seeing proficiency there suggests they really know how to build for the future.
Yeah.
And they back it up, right? With React.js, Angular 10 plus 10, Node.js, Python, practical skills.
Yeah, you see the hands-on capability there, but it's not just the modern frameworks, is it? There's more depth.
Exactly. That's what really caught my eye. This deep knowledge in, well, traditional robust content management systems, like Drupal and AEM. But here's the clever part. They combine that with cutting-edge stuff. Headless architecture, atomic design using Storybook, Pattern Lab.
Okay, so what does that combination actually achieve? Why is that blend valuable?
Well, think about it. You take these powerful, often legacy enterprise systems, and you make them agile, reusable, scalable. Headless means the content isn't tied to one specific head or front end. You can deliver it anywhere, web, mobile app, smartwatch, whatever comes next. And atomic design means building UIs from tiny, reusable components. Super efficient, super consistent. So this fusion, it solves a huge problem for big companies doing digital transformation, making the old work with the new, essentially.
That makes sense. And they're looking ahead too, right? AML, Copilot, automation. They're touching on the future.
Yeah, clearly keeping an eye on what's next. And importantly, how to actually deliver all this.
The delivery part. Because you see the CI/CD pipeline experience, Jenkins, Docker, cloud platforms like AWS.
Exactly, which tells you they understand automation. Getting code from developer hands into production smoothly, quickly, reliably. That's critical.
So we've got this impressive technical toolkit. How does it translate into, real-world results, actual impact?
Good question. Because the profile gives us some pretty concrete examples. If you look at their time at HCL Tech, working in the health domain for Novartis, building end-to-end solutions for huge sites like Novartis.com, Sandoz.com, that's a high-stakes environment.
Global healthcare. Yeah, you've got regulation, security, reliability, massive pressure.
Precisely. It shows they can operate effectively under those constraints.
But maybe the most striking example, the Ticketmaster work.
Yes, that's quite something.
Developing a whole website builder.
Right.
React on the front, Drupal CMS on the back. And it's used by over 900 clients globally. Big names, NFL, NHL, the US Open.
Think about the scale of that. Handling all those different clients, different brands, integrating with complex ticketing.
And you can actually see it, like on DallasCowboys.com. That's built with it. That's tangible impact on a huge scale.
It really is. And it perfectly showcases that blend. We talked about the robust CMS knowledge combined with modern front-end architecture. But, it's not all about the code, is it?
No, definitely not. The leadership aspect comes through really strongly.
Right. The profile explicitly mentions project planning, team leadership, risk management, stakeholder management. It paints a picture of someone who doesn't just build things, but drives projects. From the idea stage right through to success. Even mentioning things like backlog grooming, which is key for prioritizing and preparing the SRS, the software requirements, the blueprint.
And the proof is kind of there, isn't it? The
hmm
consistent recognition, Best Performer Awards multiple times, 2014, 2015, 2017, 2020, 2023.
That's not just for writing good code. That speaks of consistent delivery, leadership adapting over time,
Yeah.
elevating the team.
So wrapping this up, this deep dive really highlights a professional who blends that deep technical skill, micro-frontends, CMS, the lot, with really critical leadership and strategic abilities.
Yeah, what stands out most to me is exactly that combination.
Yeah.
Being deeply hands-on technically, but also operating strategically, managing complexity, managing people across different demanding industries.
It's a powerful example, I think, of how modern architects need both. You need the tech mastery, absolutely, but also that leadership edge to make a real impact at scale.
Which kind of leaves us with a thought for you, the listener.
Yeah.
How might combining that really deep technical know-how with, great people skills and project management, how could that be the key to unlocking innovation, really, in any industry? Something to
Well,
think about.